So as promised, we now have the early drafts for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74. If you don't want spoilers for the chapter, this is not the video for you. We're going to go into the first few pages of this chapter featuring Vegeta versus Granolah. It is indeed happening. That is the name of this chapter, Vegeta versus Granolah. We have a sneak peek and a half translations from Herms all about what happens. So again, if you don't want to be spoiled, this is not the video for you, but we're going to continue. So, with last chapter, if you remember, Goku was the one that faced off against Granolah, and Granolah was actually, it wasn't even really Granolah, it was like a clone of his that fought Goku and was able to knock him out. And that was pretty much it. Like, he was able to knock out Goku by hitting a pressure point. And while that was going on, Vegeta was analyzing the fight. And now it will be Vegeta's turn to face off against Granolah. And Vegeta has been training with Beerus and now knows a version of Hakai, or may have actually mastered Hakai. But he's also seen a lot of what Granola's tricks are. Will that be a factor into this fight? So it even says here that Goku with the fully realized Ultra Instinct form fought Granolah, but Granolah and even Goku was beating him for a while, but Granolah, it wasn't really even him. So let's talk about these storyboards here real quick. We're gonna get into it here. I'm gonna zoom in for this, and Herms has the translations, but we have here a shot of the planet of the Granolah planet cereal, or the planet he's from, with the sugary people. Then we have Granolah facing off against Vegeta, who seems to be overconfident, as usual for Vegeta. He's always a bit overconfident. Not much has changed. And it surprises me because we saw Goku using Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta knows how powerful and how fast UI is, and he's still overconfident. That to me is interesting because you would think he'd be a bit more humble, but the characters don't really grow that well in this series as much as maybe they should. And to me, I don't know. But then again, maybe Vegeta knows something that we don't know. I don't want to sit here and just disparage the guy. Maybe he knows something we don't know. And a lot of these pages seem to be just trash talk. That's Vegeta talking trash and Granola talking trash back and forth. And then Vegeta powers up. And it looks like, based on these images here, he's about to do like a final flash. Now I'm going to go over to Herms' translations and we're going to see what they talk about. So Herms says that Vegeta versus Granolah, chapter 74. While the sugar folk flee to safety, Vegeta says doppelgangers and fusions won't work on him. But Granolah says he was just saving his stamina. His goal is to beat Vegeta's boss, Frieza. Because remember, he still thinks that Vegeta's working for Frieza. Vegeta says he no longer works for Frieza, but Granolah assumes he's double-crossing his boss to save his own skin. Oatmeal notes that Goku said he wasn't a bad guy either, but Granolah still isn't buying it. So even Oatmeal is now seeing that Granolah is like letting his anger get the best of him. Vegeta points out he was still a kid when Planet Cereal was attacked, which I've talked about before. Like, Vegeta wasn't actually there when the planet was attacked. The Saiyans definitely attacked it, but it wasn't him who was actually there. He just heard about it. So Vegeta thinks this hasn't got anything to do with them, but Granolah wants revenge on all Saiyans. So he's doing the whole prejudice thing against the entire race. We've seen that before. But Granolah has a reason to be. I mean, his family was killed. In that case, Vegeta doesn't feel like quitting either. He'll wipe out Granolah and his history too, and so the fight begins. And that's all for now. That's what Herm says. So basically, Vegeta, what it looks like he's doing here is he's powering up, and it looks like he's going into the ground, and it looks like again, these are rough sketches. The finals are going to look different than this. Vegeta puts his hands in the ground because he looks like he's going to do like the final flash, right, with his hands. But no, he's actually going down to the ground, and it looks like he's trying to blast Granolah from the ground up, sort of like what Moro was doing. But it could be that he's turning on Force Spirit Fission. And it looks like what's happening is he looks like he's and it's hard to see, guys. It's very difficult to actually see what's happening. But it looks like there are explosions all around Granolah as Vegeta powers up. But Granolah, based on this art, now remember, when the finalized art comes out, it's going to be a lot more sharper and it'll be different. It'll be the finalized version. Based on this, it looks like Granolah is unfazed by any of this. Like nothing bothers him. So this energy comes up and looks like it may have actually bounced. Like right here, notice that Goku's still knocked out. Now, again, it's difficult to see this, guys. If you see something that I don't see, please leave a comment and let me know what I don't see. Because if I miss something, it's difficult to see because everybody has different eyes than I do. But it looks like the battle's going on around Goku and Goku's still on the ground while this is going on. And Vegeta here looks to be, again, powering up. And that's where the drafts end. Like, there's not much more there. It says here, his home is ravaged by Saiyans, consumed by his desire for revenge. Granolah. Seeking to vanquish Granolah and bury the passive plant cereal forever, Vegeta. No compromise, no mercy, no way for both to coexist. The gloves are off in this explosive clash. So that will be coming up in just a week or so. We'll have the full chapter for Dragon Ball Super, and we'll go from there. So what do you think about these spoilers? I mean, it looks like Vegeta is going to be the one being the aggressor here. So far, nothing with Hakai. Do you think that Granolah may actually have Hakai? Do you think that the sugar people leaving the battlefield, evacuating, do you think that's going to somehow trigger the heaters? Where are they at in all this? Because the heaters are going to be around. Like, we still haven't gotten an update on what they're doing. But I noticed that Toyotaro has been doing these draft pages like this way purposely, where the first few pages don't really spoil much of the story. I think he's doing that on purpose because he knows these teasers are going to be coming out a week early, and he wants to build up a little bit of hype. But I don't think he wants to give away any major plot points. I think he wants to just give us a little bit of what's going on, trash talk, build up. But to get the real fight, it's going to be, you know, later on. Like it's going to be, like as you read the chapter when it actually comes out. He wants to tease us but not give us the full fight. So I want to know in the comments if you actually think, and by the way, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments if you actually believe that Granolah has a chance to block Hakai, or if he knows Hakai, or a version of it, and how you think this fight's going to end. Because I don't think Vegeta's going to actually beat Granolah, because I don't think he can. But I don't think Granolah's going to kill Vegeta either. I think it'll be interrupted by the heaters, or maybe the wish they make, and then we'll see that there's going to be a problem. I think that ultimately, at some point, Granolah will come to his senses and realize that Goku and Vegeta are not working for Frieza. But that might not happen this chapter, but I think it will happen at some point. In the meantime, as Dragon Ball fans, we'll all be entertained to see what the hell's going on. So let me know what you think down below. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.